Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I am the STIMPYLAND, also known as Michael or Monstro. Whatever you want to call me. And today we're going to be going through again another one of my old reviews that I did on my old channel, the STIMPYLAND, back like 6 years ago. And I'm joined today by my friend Liam, also known as Edward Apogee, goes by online. And
No,
he's going.
wait a minute. We got it confused. I think I'm the STIMPYLAND, aka Monstro, aka Michael, and you're Liam. We know that because you're Australian, and Australians are inferior to Americans. Silly. Yeah, we got.
Oh my god, that's
we got
hilarious.
two. Yeah, that was pretty funny. We got two videos ahead of us. Wrath of Cortex and the GBA review. I don't want to waste too much time before we get into this, but one thing I did want to say was, as we're recording this just after the last episode premiered, because I set all the episodes to premiere, so you can like tune in and just watch them, and I'll be around typically. Sometimes I won't be, but I'll try to be around when they're premiering. And I what was I gonna say? I noticed that there was, in the chat, a random YouTuber popped in by the name of I Talk Fortnite, who has like a 250k sub channel, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't know if he's going to tune into the rest of these commentaries, but I did appreciate that. I thought it was pretty cool. I want to say congrats on the 250k subs, or however many you have, and I just wanted you to analyze this picture for us, if we could get, because neither one of us plays Fortnite, so I don't think we would really find this funny, because we found this image called Fortnite Funnies, and I don't think it's funny, but like, as someone that plays Fortnite, there's probably a lot of references here that you would get, Like, this looks like a very fun, like, exciting image. Like, this looks really exciting, like, Fortnite funnies, Ew, I'd rather be stuck in this storm than stuck smelling this fart. And there's all these, like, parp, like, what kind of, like, that's just weird, onomatopoeia for a fart. Like parp.
That's just what farts sound like in Fortnite, I think.
I always thought,
not that we'd know.
I always thought that it was, maybe that's it. Maybe you can educate us if you're still there, or if anybody else that plays Fortnite could. I always thought it was like a brap, like brap, but apparently it's parp, which is interesting. I wonder, like, what's like, how's like the colon for the Fortnite people? Like, how's like the digestive shit? Like how, like,
Maybe
what's going on in their bodies that causes that sound?
Maybe all of the farts are like those fucking farts that sound like you squashed a frog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The ones that are like fucking, the ones
you
that
step
are like,
on a frog, yeah.
it's like, that shit. Maybe that's the kind of fart. That's
Interesting.
why it's pop, because they're all like.
Do they have frogs in their butt, and every time they, fart, like, the frogs die, and that's what you're hearing?
Yeah. Basically, to jump in Fortnite, you shit out frogs. Anyway, we should probably move on.
Yeah. So if you could just, like, email me. You could reach me at thehiddenvalve@hotmail.com. If you could just email this, like, to me and just let me know what your thoughts are, I would appreciate that greatly. Anyway, we've got a video.
I don't use that email anymore, but
we've got a video to get to.
Check that.
If assuming anybody actually emailed, I didn't even know that was a address you used. I was just making a meme, but okay. Yeah. So assuming anybody actually checks that would be pretty funny. Is there anything else I'm forgetting to do? That's that. No, we're ready to start. Anyway.
We should probably mention, are we going to be answering questions at the end of this video?
Yes.
Looking through,
yes.
Yeah.
I have only a few, but we do have some questions. Okay, anyway. So let's quit wasting time. Let's get into this. We're going to skip this intro again. And here's the self-hating gay shit.
Oh boy, Wrath of Cortex.
Game developer Naughty Dog sold the rights to Crash. It seemed that all hope was lost. However, when game developer
they didn't really sell the rights, but whatever.
Entertainment developed the controversial but also well-received Crash Bash, things began to look bright for a young Bandicoot. The next game was an important one though, as it was the first platform game made after the widely successful Crash Bandicoot Warped. It would also serve another important role, as it would be the Bandicoot's debut into the next generation of consoles, and it was also the first multi-platform Crash game. It looked like the Wrath of Cortex would be carrying a lot of weight, and if it didn't deliver, then people would be pissed. Can this game live up to the insane expectations, or will it flop and rest as a mediocre Crash title? Well, it's time to find out, and wait a second. Where have I seen that logo before?
XD, they made Sonic 3D Blast.
Hell yeah.
I know this is your favorite game ever made, Liam.
Of course. I love every Sonic game. Everyone knows that. They're all fantastic.
Biggest Sonic fan right
I
here.
don't hate any of them. Yep.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
XD.
LOL.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Michael, I've fucking been meaning to tell you this for like a couple of the videos and I keep forgetting. See how on the little play button it says K? You can just press K to pause and unpause the video instead of having to have your mouse over it because it covers the bottom of the screen.
Fuck. Okay, fine. Bitch.
I'm just saying.
So, unless you're like Crash Legend 20...
We're off to
Oh
a
my
good
god.
start.
Fucking
We're off to a good start.
instantly. What the fuck? Holy shit, that's not fucking bad!
Yeah, it's really bad. We're off to a great
Jesus
start.
Christ.
What a fucking asshole. Okay, so we started off. We're on a very good start here, folks. Yeah. So what is it? I'm such an asshole.
No.
This is fucking
That's
awful.
fucking holy shit.
Yeah. See, I've criticized. I'll just leave this on the screen for those that actually want to read it. Let me see. I'm just gonna read it in my head because I don't want to fucking read out loud. It's embarrassing as fuck. It's so autistic. I fucking hate this. Yeah. Look at that. If you'd be better if you joined Amanda Todd, you fat fuck. See, that's not even funny. Like, just because, not to say that's not funny, as in that's offensive, although it is, but it's not even funny. Like, it's like just cringy. It's kind of just like that's just cringy. You know, it's just like awkward as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're a fucking loser. Dude, this is so embarrassing. And we're off to a great start, by the way. I want to say that one more time. This is so embarrassing because it's like I could not take shit, but I was dealing it out so hard. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, there's fucking Friends again.
yeah, Friends. John told us it was Friends.
Yeah.
Junior number 24, that is.
Yeah.
There's two ones.
So we're off to a great start. I'm really glad I did this. Like, you know, it's funny because I used to remember thinking, like, you know, why are people so afraid to call other people out? You know, if you see something, say something. And now it's just like, you're fucking dumb. You're stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You're real dumb. Yeah, that's shit. Anyway. See, this is what, because Liam and I often have conversations about this where I feel like he's very hard on his young self. But, like, you know, I have to live with this shit, so fuck you, okay? Fuck you. Get over it.
So, unless you're like Crash Legend 25, you're probably smart enough to piece together this simple fact. I don't like the Wrath of Cortex. I don't think...
And that was also not at all necessary to the video. I could have just said, okay, look, you know, you don't have to be a genius to figure that I don't like the Wrath of Cortex. But instead it's like, unless you're dumb like this person, XD, it's like, I just don't understand the random shit talking, because it just, you know, what am I trying to say? It just takes away from the video, you know? Because it's like, it's just dumbass time spent on stupid analysis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty pointless.
It's
just
pretty
to call
fucking
someone out.
embarrassing.
Calling someone out just to call them out.
Yeah, and I don't know why I fucking did that. Like, I couldn't tell you precisely why. I was just a little edgy-ass kid. Just so you know, if you see someone doing shit like this, you know for a fact that they're fucking miserable, because I definitely was while I was making these videos. I was not a happy person, which is why I was very sort of angry and edgy and shit. So yeah, that's a little lesson for y'all, is if you see that shit, you know, whoever did that is fucking miserable and, like, just sad to be alive. Although now I'm pretty good, that's why I don't do that anymore. Anyway, let's continue.
Is very good.
Oh, I should
Now,
move my
at
mouse.
first I was skeptical of this game being developed by the same people who made Sonic 3D Blast, but I decided not to judge that way. After all, Naughty Dog's first game was some shitty Mortal Kombat clone, and Insomniac's first game was some shitty Doom clone on the PS1. They then went on to make my fucking favorite game of all time! So, if the company that made Wrath made 3D Blast, I don't give two shits. Plus, this game was...
Yeah, why? Yeah, so it's like, you know, maybe you shouldn't have put that in the beginning of your video. Maybe that was smart, you know, maybe you shouldn't have wasted time. See, like, this is the kind of shit that I have less patience for, is you start the video on a really good note, you know, on a strong first step, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's like, I just have infinitely less sympathy for this, like, shit. So
big for Crash, and there really hasn't been a major fuck-up in the series so far. Some of the previous game's flaws brought their scores down, like Crash 1's bad controls or Warp's tedious relic collecting, but none of the games before Wrath were really bad. But our first problem comes in here. This game was only made in 6...
I just remembered this. That's weird. Because I didn't even say it. I just remembered this. This is fucking totally wrong. I don't know where I got this. But, like...
What is it?
So you're gonna hear me say something, but I realized that, like, almost immediately after I realized this almost immediately after I uploaded the video, but what I say here is completely wrong. Like, this is just flat out wrong. And I think I might even correct it in, like, the next video.
But our first problem comes in here. This game was only made in 6 months.
Okay, I fucking...
Tried that.
Who the fuck is Riley?
Thanks,
Oh,
Riley.
shit! Oh, shit! Dude. Fucking, I remember who that is. Goddamn. That was weird. You know? That was just a kid I talked to. Good kid.
Oh,
it was
okay.
actually 12 months, not 6. Thanks, so that was just a friend of mine. Thanks, Riley. Now I look stupid. Okay, so I noticed that immediately. I don't know how I wrote that into the script, though. How I thought 6 months was how they made this game. It's like, you know...
Yeah, 6 months is... Like,
that's like
fucking
dumber
most
than
games...
Crash Legend 25. Jesus Christ. That's really dumb to think that the game would be made in 6 months.
Which is half the time of CTR. Newsflash, 6 months is not long enough to make a video game. Alright, I'm gonna speak directly here for a second. Now, some people may defend this game and say,
they were only given 6 months! Universal rushed them!
Who the fuck is
It
this?
wouldn't be bad
Yeah,
if
who
they
is
were
doing
given-
this?
I think that might be the same kid. That might be the guy Riley. That was a friend of his. It wouldn't be so bad if it was given more
More
time.
time?
Did you say it was a
okay,
friend of his?
this may
Did I say
As
that?
if
Yeah,
you're-
I'm
yeah,
fucking
as
up
if-
the language again. Pulling a Raphael right now.
be true, but just because the game was given a rough schedule doesn't affect the way I will view the finished product. I'm not reviewing what this game could have been, I'm reviewing what it is. So don't tell me that it was rushed, because
I ain't having that shit!
obviously I
Wow, look at
Juntron.
that.
but
Little
as of
Juntron.
right now I haven't really explained why. Well, the video isn't over yet, you asshole! So, let's start a new game. We tick our name in and we get to watch the first we get to watch the first loading.
Here's another thing that's annoying. Is I get really, like, anal about the loading screens, but that's, like, only a problem for one, like, you know, one iteration of this game. You know, like, if you play the game on
Yeah.
other platforms, it doesn't have this problem. Anyway, yeah.
Screen. Well, games need to load. CTR and Bash did, so I'll be patient. Okay,
Hold
this
on.
is taking
I like how you just say, well, you know, games need to load. It's like, fucking really? No way, dude.
Yeah, wow.
First cut.
What a redundant.
Oh. We get to watch the first loading screen. Well, games need to load. CTR and Bash did, so I'll be patient. Okay, this is taking a while. Yes, one of Wrath's problems is that it loads. A lot. Wanna take a guess how long the load times in Wrath are? Huh? Wanna guess? Well, guess what? The load times are 39 seconds! You're gonna make me wait 39 seconds to get into a level?
Look at that. That was weird. Little breakdown of the load times in the games.
That's
also
incredibly specific.
That's incredibly
Crash 1 is
specific.
exactly 3.63 seconds.
I probably just, like, took, because I recorded footage of most of the games, or had, like, snippets of footage and took them and recorded them. Although the thing is, the console would have been important to mention. You know?
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
it's like, it changes based on the like, you know, whether or not you have the slim PS2's fast disk speed enabled, which I will, you know, I have to say very slowly or else I say fast dick speed. You know.
Well, that's another one for the
fast dick
fucking
speed.
the porn, dude.
Fast dick speed.
Ah! Give me that fast dick speed!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A lot of this is for the porn. Maybe Crash Legend 25 shows up at the end with Vicky Winners and they got a dildo and they fuck me and that's like they get the revenge, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a Fuda thing, you know? Well, it's Fuda because Vicky Winners. Victor is just his dick and I'm sucking on him. I got one in my mouth and the other's in my butt and I'm like you
Yeah,
know?
someone called the porno will be called The STIMPYLAND, The Wrath of Victor and Vicky.
Yeah.
That's the name.
It's the porn parody, yeah, exactly.
That is
See, here's the thing. Like, if I was going to call out someone, I wouldn't show... Like, now if I were to do something like that, I wouldn't show their name. And I wouldn't mention them by name. That's something that I've done. You'll see, because I'll still do banter, you know? And I still might even do banter that's a little, you know, it could be construed as mean-spirited, you know? There was a guy from the Eurosay Discord that made some very bad artwork, and I highlight it in most of my videos. But, you know, like, I don't mention him by name, and, you know, I don't highlight, like, look at this guy, he's fucking dumb. If you're dumb like this person, it's like, no, I don't do that. Now it's just like, it's so quick, I just do, you know, that would be bad. Like this picture, and I show that terrible drawing, and then I just move on. And it's like, you know, it's not a big deal to me, you know. And even if you make a shit drawing, it's like, I don't think you're a terrible person. But that's just like, you just snippet the worst fucking thing that he said, probably. Something that he probably regrets now. And I'm just like, you know, look at that. You're a fucking loser. Kill yourself. It's like, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you? And the only reason I'm laughing is just because it's like fucked up. You know, like it's just
it's pretty fucking extreme.
It's so extreme, and it's so dumb because it's over fucking nothing. You know, it's like, I know for a fact if someone did that shit to me, I would be so fucking defensive. You know, well,
of course, who the fuck wouldn't?
In 2013, yeah, I would have been like, I mean, but like me, really, I would have been fucking like pissed in 2013 if somebody did that, because people did do that. People did write like heinous shit on my videos, and I like was just freaking out about it. And it's like, you know, fair enough, except you don't really have the right to criticize. You know, it's like, if you can't take the shit, you know, don't deal it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if you can't take it, don't, whatever. You know the fucking saying. Same shoes, same lose. Everybody's the same.
Same shoes, you know?
Yeah.
You chose, you lose.
You snows, you lows, yeah.
You snows, you lows. Anyway, go on. There's too many fucking inside jokes.
It's way too long. Seriously, why the hell do these load times need to be so long? Crash Team Racing's load times were only 5 seconds. Fucking Christ, 39-second load times. That's a goddamn joke. Oh geez, I'm sorry. I didn't know Wrath of Cortex was a PSP game. And honestly, there is no reason for the loading.
Pretty sure that's a picture of Ian. A picture of Ian with the fucking Ouya? That's good.
With an Ouya.
Yeah.
That's great.
No, I remember, because I went to the city one time with Ian and then a friend of ours, Michael Santo. That's what we call him. It's not his name. But, yeah, and he got a fucking Ouya. He got an Ouya, and we played a game on it, and it was really fun, but then that game was, like, out for PS4 as well, and it was like, we could have just played that. Also, that's the Discord notification.
Nice.
What is it? Fucking, what was I saying? Yeah, so we were, you know, we got an Ouya, and he got, like, a game for it, and we actually had fun with it. I don't remember what it was. It was, like, some kind of, like, brawler-type game where you could just run around and beat each other up, and it was, like, a pixel thing. It was, like, tower battle shit. I don't remember what it was, and it was, on the Ouya. It was, like, one of the attractive titles for that shitty little console. And then it just came out on, like, every other platform, and then the Ouya was obsolete. And fucking afterwards, Ian was like, looks like they Ouya a refund, and it was pretty funny. He just didn't stop saying that to the guy, and I was just like, oof. Poor Michael Santo. Anyway, let's continue. What? Okay. I didn't have the YouTube window in focus.
And honestly, there is no reason for the loading times to be this long. Now, you can say,
but Michael, it's a PS2 game. The game is more heavy on graphics, so it needs to load longer. Plus, it's early PS2.
And to that I say,
who the hell was that?
I think that was my I think it was the same guy. It was Riley, like, because I was friends with him at the time. It's just weird because I fucking forgot it. It's like, it's just really weird when that shit just comes back to you. Yeah, anyway.
PS2.
And to that I say, not really. Look at Jack.
Hold on, wait. That was, shut the fuck up for a second. That was John, and he just goes, not really.
And to that I say, not really.
Fucking, yeah, I remember, because that was just like, I like that. Like, I like seeing the clips of the old Let's Plays, because I miss that shit, you know?
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, I know. It's just like, I shouldn't have gotten rid of them. Anyway.
Look at Jak and Daxter, released before Wrath of Cortex on December 4th, 2001. Not only does Jak and Daxter have no loading times, but it also looks a lot better than Wrath. And it's just all around a better game. Don't get me wrong, I do have a bone to pick with Jak and Daxter, but it's hell of a lot better than this shit. Anyway, let's get this over and done with then. So, we see Cortex's new space station, and we see that Uka Uka is lecturing the villains from Crash 3 for actually being decent bosses this time around. Uka Uka wants them to think of a good plan. After much debate, Cortex recommends that Uka
He's
Uka
just
receive
yellow
the
now.
help of ancient masks known as the Elementals. Meanwhile, Crash and Coco are enjoying their well-deserved rest when
I'm really glad we break down these fucking cutscenes, by the way. It's like, why is this shit in the fucking video? Just skip this. It's like, we're 5 minutes in and we've just called someone out over something dumb, and we've just fucking broken down the cutscenes. It's like, fuck. I hate this.
Happening. No,
It cannot be.
Oh, no.
I'm like already fucking exhausted. Like,
Okay, are you
Jesus.
fucking kidding me with these graphics? I mean, for shit's sake, it's Crash's debut into the next generation, and it looks this bad? My god, Enter the Dragonfly looked better than this.
Not true.
Aku Aku suspects that Uka Uka's up to something, so he goes...
Well, it looked better, but it certainly didn't play better. Well, it looked better because it ran at 2 frames a second. So if you ever saw a screenshot, you were like, that looked decent. And then you played the game and you're like, well, never mind. This game is fucking ugly, but I don't know. I mean, like, it probably looked like okay at the time.
Yeah,
It's just like...
and it's functional. The game works.
The game works. Yeah. Something I should say about this game. Not the worst one. No idea why I said it was. This one is not the worst one. This one's like... It's fine.
I wouldn't even say it's the second worst.
It's like,
Like, it's not a great game.
Yeah, it's not a great
Obviously.
game. I don't even think I'd say it's good. It's still kind of bad.
No.
But, like, who gives a shit? Like, it's really not a big deal. Like, this game, honestly, it's really inoffensive to me. Like, it's just whatever. And this game, I certainly prefer this to something like Twinsanity, you know. Because I don't like that game. I think that game is aged pretty badly. You know. And this game also has, like, good music, you know. Twinsanity doesn't have that
It
going
does.
for it.
It's weird. It doesn't sound like Crash music.
Yeah, it doesn't
a
sound
lot
like
of it.
Crash, and it's also kind of fucking, like, terrifying, you know? It's actually scary as fuck. Like, listen to Wuthering Heights again, and it's like, that song is actually just, like, scary. It's fucking, like, too intense for a Crash. It's too intense for any game. But, yeah, this game is not the worst one. No idea why I insist that it is. It's like, it's got bullshit in it, but, like, I don't know what Crash game doesn't. It's like, there's
true.
dumb bullshit, but it's like, it's really not that bad. Like, if you like Crash 3, you might like this one. It's just this one doesn't have the visuals, and it's not as memorable, but it's got a fucking, like, fucking Death Grips soundtrack, you know. I played this one again not too long ago, and I was like, this really isn't as bad as I remember it being. It's like, I wasn't having the time of my life. But I was, like, enjoying it just because I had this idea in my mind that, like, for some reason I really, really didn't like this game, and I couldn't tell you exactly why. I wanted to be, like, the one with the fucking scoop on this game. I wanted to be like, yo, I think this game's bad. Everybody else thinks it's good, but I hate it. Own the libs, pwn the libs, whatever.
Trigger the libs, own the libs.
Trigger the libs, own the libs. Own the libs that like Wrath of Cortex. No. This game's like, who fucking cares? It's dumb.
goes to wherever this place is because he knows Uka Uka will be there somehow. And the two start arguing about nothing. Hey, just like old times, right? Uka Uka reveals that he has gotten the attention of ancient masks known as the Elementals. There's a
My dog is fucking barking. I don't know if you can hear that.
Woof woof woof. No, I didn't.
This video, this review is not good enough to fucking. That's a nice image, by the way. This review is not good enough to fucking, you know, pause the video for the dog to stop barking. So let's just keep playing.
water
Yeah.
mask, an earth mask, and an air mask. Everything changed when the fire mask.
I like. You didn't get like you couldn't find PNGs or anything. They were just fucking JPEGs with the white background still on them, and they look shit.
Let's go.
Mask attacked.
That's great. It was a joke there.
Uka
I
Uka
think it's an
reveals
Avatar
that he has
joke.
gotten the attention of ancient masks known as the Elementals. There's a water mask, an earth mask, and an air mask. But everything changed when the fire mask attacked. The masks are Rocco, Wawa, Lolo, and Pyro. Voiced respectively by Tom Wilson, Arlie Ermey,
Now, see, and here's the thing. I brush over Arlie Ermey, and I don't know who Tom Wilson is. I just got like a random picture I found. I'm pretty sure that's not even him.
Jess Harnell,
Jess Harnell, who is actually Crash now.
and... Wait, am I reading this correctly? Seriously? Mark Hamill?
Here's another thing. Mark Hamill will show up wherever the fuck there's a paycheck. So this was not anything worth getting excited about. Well, I didn't know that at the time, but like, yeah. He's like the Snoop Dogg of voice actors, I'm pretty sure. You know, he'll just show up where there's money. Let's
I
continue.
mean, he does a decent job though. It's
He's
not
good. He's good. Yeah, he's not like Snoop where he
Yeah.
just sucks. He's good, but like, you know,
I mean, I'm not gonna outright say that Snoop Dogg sucks. I don't really like his music, but he has made some shit in the past. It's okay. We're not getting into that though. What I'm saying is that I don't think he's
My
exactly
favorite Snoop
like
Dogg feature is on Corey Feldman. That's all I want to say. Let's
Yes,
continue.
yes, yes.
Doing the voice
Of course.
of Pyro? I'm sorry, but that's just so weird seeing.
By the way, I don't even make a joke out of the fact that he plays the Fire Lord from Avatar and also the Fire Mask in this game, even though I just made an Avatar joke. And that was a missed Avatar joke. Right there. There's out of all potential Avatar jokes, this was like the biggest miss.
A big name actor play a minor role. I mean, seriously, what if they got George Carlin to play a character in Cars, or for Tara Strong to play a character in Skylanders? Alright, Wrath of Cortex. Let's see how good you are at a game called Math. Therefore...
Hold on.
What was that? Oh shit! That was a good frame.
Aku Aku explains that each elemental masks need 5 crystals to be returned to their hibernation states. It's entirely my fault for this, forgetting to mention. No, Aku Aku explains that each elemental mask needs 5 each elemental masks, need 5 crystals to be returned to their hibernation state. It is entirely my fault for forgetting to mention this, but I can just blame that on Riley. So yeah, I probably made this video with him. Interesting.
Alright, Wrath of Cortex. Let's see how good you are at a game called Math. There are 4 masks. Each need 5 crystals to be locked. So, 4 times 5 equals 25? This game has 25 crystals total, but if first grade taught us anything, it's that you should only be required to collect 20. What the hell, guys? The last 5 crystals are absolutely pointless, and only serve to emphasize this game more as a warped clone. So, when Crash goes to the warp room, he discovers
What a cool character, by the way. Crunch, who's actually just Crash but big. Yeah. That's an awesome character.
Crash but muscle.
Crash with muscle.
Crash but muscles.
Yeah.
Created a new bandicoot to combat Crash named Crunch, who is voiced by Kevin Michael Richards. So a bunch of bullshit happens, and now he can start to play.
I think.
This game is structured exactly like Crash 2 and 3. You collect 5 crystals, then fight a boss. After you get 5 crystals, you beat the final boss and the game ends.
I don't think
this
it
game,
is.
like Warped, features vehicles. And, just like Warped, it goes way too far with them. Okay, in Warped, 17 of the 30 levels involve vehicles. Want to take a guess how many vehicle levels there are in Wrath? 22! 22! Are you
fuck
kidding
is that?
me?
I'm with stupid.
Yeah, what
Who's
is that in the bottom right?
I have no idea who that is. Who is that? It's probably another person I've called out.
Yeah.
Probably not. I don't know who that is.
That is way too many!
Oh my god. Here's the Spurg. The Spurg has begun. Dude, I really don't want to fucking watch. We're just gonna burn through this video.
When I saw Warped's jet ski, I thought I had seen the worst. But I couldn't have been more wrong. Don't get me started on some of the vehicles in this game, like the submarine. This is the worst vehicle I have ever controlled, period.
Yeah, this one's pretty bad.
It's actually worse than the skateboard from Spyro 3. Yeah, I'm not kidding, guys. It's that bad. The hitbox on your sub is way too large, and your projectile is so tiny. Plus, the enemy...
By the way, can I just say that one thing that this video has going for it is that I cut right to the worst vehicle rather than just break down literally every single one for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So at least this video has that going for it.
Enemies in these levels are moving way faster than you can, and the screen isn't zoomed out far enough. You can very easily get hit by something you would not have time to react to. Oh, and when you're trying to get a relic, it doesn't fucking help. One of this game's major flaws, aside from everything else, are the controls. Crash's controls feel slippery and weird. The engine doesn't feel as tight and precise as Crash 2's. It doesn't help, especially when the game gets harder. That is, if the game ever decides to get harder, because this game is just too damn easy. The challenge doesn't come from the design of the level, but from the difficulty of controlling these terrible vehicles. The levels that don't have vehicles are just so fucking easy. I wasn't expecting it to be as hard as Bash, but I was expecting a little bit of a challenge. Seriously, they could have called this Crash 2's final boss the game. It's that easy. Like last time, the power-ups are back. And I have to say, I didn't think you could get a power-up more useless than the Super Belly Flop, but I was wrong. The Tiptoe allows you to walk on nitros. How pointless. In addition to the shitty controls, the levels just don't feel designed very well. The levels, for one, feel way too long. Seriously, levels can drone on forever. Also, Traveler's Tale's idea of a level being hard is it having nitros everywhere. Guys, You can't just fill a level with nitros and call it a night. You need to actually incorporate parts of the level to make it challenging. I didn't talk up Warped too much in my review, but that's because everything it did right was really already covered in Crash 2, aside from some of the power-ups and bosses. But Warped is a really good game. Notice the way the parts of the level are incorporated to make the game challenging. The guys who would start fires on the bridge, the monkeys carrying the barrels, these fucking guys. Wouldn't it be cool
Muslims.
if Wrath of Cortex did stuff like that? Nope,
Hell yeah, dude.
Sorry I'm not talking over this review that much, but it's just like fucking... I'm disgusted with this. It just fucking annoys me. It's so boring.
Enemies, nitros, that's it.
Look.
Now that's top quality.
Hey, that was the first... I could talk about that. That's the first appearance of... Now, that's top quality from... That was Pat Strikes Back. That was from a... what was that? That was from one of the videos for Crystal's Wrath. I don't know if he's still working on that, actually. I actually want to have him on for an episode, so if that does happen, I could just ask him about that, and we could talk about that, because Pat has contributed quite a lot to these videos. He's a good dude. And I still talk to him. So we're cool. But yeah, and that was just like a little snippet I had from their videos. And it's funny because I kind of turned that into a meme, because that was just like... Pat just said that at the end of one of the videos, and that was it. There wasn't anything else going on there. He just said that and thought it was funny. You know?
Yeah.
But then I thought it was funny, and I made it into, like, a meme. I just put it in, like, my videos, and I included, like, a few more times. And he liked it and then started, like, doing it himself. So, yeah. Cool little bit of thing. I started that. So I guess one of the few good takeaways from this video.
Bosses in this game feel bland. They're not as memorable as Crash 3's or Bash's. Also, they're just way too easy. You don't get to fight all new enemies this time around. Each boss is just Crunch aided by an elemental mask. After each boss fight, the mask is supposedly locked in a hibernation state. I say supposedly because they all show up again in the final boss.
Whoop!
Great, guys. We just wasted our time. Well, to tell you the truth, we wasted our time the moment we started playing. Like Warped...
Why the fuck do I care about the story? It's like, that's like
Yeah,
the
I
shit
don't
you
know.
have to get out of the way, because it's about the gameplay. It's weird, because it's like... I prefer games that are about... It's weird, because at this time, apparently, I couldn't handle story-based games. But at the same time, it's like, fucking idiot. Like, you know, why are you going on about the story if it's supposedly not important? Like, you know, if I'm all about the gameplay, not the story, why am I fucking interested in talking about the story? And, oh, it doesn't matter. It's like, no, it does, because there was, like, you know, 20 levels we had to play. That's gameplay, you know? I don't know, it's just, like... I'm probably not doing a good job explaining it, but it's dumb. Who cares?
Gems and relics make a return, and the relics are required for the true ending. And honestly, I cannot be bothered with this horse shit. Just trust me that I've done it before, and it wasn't fucking fun. Practically every gem is accessible on your first try, and there are no secrets in this game. In this case, levels don't feel as connected. In Crash 2, many of the levels were contingent on others for obtaining their gems. But in Wrath, all of the levels feel sharply spliced apart by loading screens. This game also features death routes, but since you have to wait through a minute and a half of loading if you die, it makes the game, say it with me, less challenging and more tedious. As for the relics, well, they suck, as usual. They're even worse this time around, and they're not fun at all. But by far, the biggest flaw with this game is that it is bland. It has no charm or personality. First off, the textures look hideous. There are tons of times where they try to pull Mario 64s on us by
Mario 64, yeah. Good job, dude.
2D images
Mario
on the
64.
screen. It didn't fool us in Mario 64, and it didn't fool us here. Of course, it was acceptable in Mario 64 because it was made in fucking 1996. Wrath was made in 2002. Remember, this game was made after this game.
Yeah, but they were in development at the same time, probably.
Yeah, probably.
In fact, this game was
Also,
probably in
those
development
trees.
first.
It's a bad example as well, because those trees are just like fucking random background shit. Like, you're not really
It
supposed
does.
to pay attention to that.
One thing I would say, you can notice it, like, in normal gameplay.
I mean, you can notice it.
Yeah, but it's not
like,
super distracting. But I think that was just, like, a shit example. Here's the thing.
they're not like objects
Yeah.
that are in the level. They're like,
Yeah.
you know, on the sides and shit.
Like, the actual stuff you have to interact with is a little more, like, textured and detailed, obviously.
Like, you can see in this level, like in this
And
shot
here's the
right
thing
here.
that annoys me, is, like, I feel like this is one of the better made reviews, except for the fact that I'm fucking retarded, and I just, like, call people out for no reason. And I also am, like, a spurg for half this video. Like, that pisses me off, because if it wasn't for that, I think this would be one of the better ones, you know? Like, I don't break this, and maybe it's just because I'm thinking of the later one, which is the one I am dreading watching again. The thing is, I was excited to watch some of these, and I thought it'd be a fun trip down memory lane, but I am not looking forward to that right now. You know, like, I could just say that right out now. Like, I'm not going to enjoy watching that video again. You know, it'll probably be fun for the viewers, because people like that video for reasons I don't understand. But people like that video, but they might also just, they like to see me get tortured, you know, and I, you know what, I deserve it, because I was a real dick. So, you know, you guys get to watch me suffer as I just go through these old videos and just fucking wish I could commit not alive.
Everyone loves a little bit of cock and ball torture.
Exactly. Yeah, just like that. That's what I want in my Crash reviews. Yeah, what I should have done is say, guys, this game doesn't have any cock and ball torture. It's pretty cringe. I give this game a 1 out of 7. It's just like, you know, I don't break, like, aside from the random analysis of the story, which is dumb and doesn't add anything, it's like, I don't break this game down in obsessive detail, you know? Like, I don't go beat by beat on this game. It's like, oh, the vehicles, you know, they're bad. This is the worst one. It's like, that's to the, like, you know, that's concise. You know, that's good. I was like, I'm glad, like, you know, like, I learned how to, like, this is, like, one of the better made ones. It's better than the CTR one where I just fucking, you know, just explained the game. You know, I didn't...
And you got this game mode, and you can do this, and it's all really good. Okay, thanks for watching.
Exactly. It's like, there's, like, 30 seconds of analysis, and the rest of the video is just me explaining the game. But this is, like, actual analysis. Granted, I don't agree with a lot of the stuff I'm saying, and I think a lot of it is kind of dumb. And also, there's just some blatant misinformation, you know. But, more than anything else, it's just, it's fucking embarrassing, you know. It's just, like, kind of pathetic. You know,
I think this is when the call-out shit really started to kick into high gear, which is
I'm to be fair, I'm pretty sure I stopped doing it after this.
You did?
No, I continue to call people out, but I'm pretty sure here it is toned down. Like, I reel it back.
Okay.
Because, you know, there was Crash Legend, and then there was a guy in, like, the corner, and I pointed at him and said, I'm with stupid, or whatever. That was probably, who was the other guy I called out at the end of the Bash one? I don't remember the guy's name.
Like Dingo Crash?
Yes, it was probably him.
Actually is.
If I had to guess who it was. I don't know, but I have to guess it was him. I would just call people out for no fucking reason, and it was really gay. And I don't even know why, because I've forgotten why. You know, like, I've forgotten why I even got mad at these people. It's so dumb. You know, it's just stupid to just light someone up. And now it's like, you know, I don't even have a fucking receipt for it. I can't even say, like, you know, well, you did that really bad thing, dude. It's like, no, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
So it's so lame. Whatever, let's keep going.
Also, the levels just look fake and lifeless. Everything in Crash 2 and 3 was vibrant and beautiful. The villains were memorable, and they had so much personality. In Crash 3, practically every death was accompanied by a humorous death animation. Wrath just beats the angel animation to death. Originality? What's that? Also, the bosses aren't very memorable either. In Crash 3, the bosses were intimidating. Each of the villains got uncomfortably close and threatened you by saying, and in Wrath, they all just recite stupid.
Oh, is this there's a draft in here joke?
Tell me, how in the hell is this intimidating?
Is there a draft in here?
That's like the best line of dialogue in the Crash series.
This game sports an interesting soundtrack. The soundtrack to this game is actually really badass, but as awesome as it is, it's also very out of place. See, when I hear the soundtrack to this game, I don't think of Crash Bandicoot. It sounds odd. Here, just watch. I think I can describe it perfectly like this.
Oh, that's Jack and Dax store. This is a weird little way of doing it. I should have just played some of the music and not done that, but
yeah,
whatever.
You're doing it's a little mini quiz in the fucking in the middle of the
interactive. Hey class.
Whoa, hey
class.
viewers, please guess.
I'm pretty sure there's an in joke coming up here, because I remember I did something like I wrote like a message to Ian or whatever in here, and it was like an inside joke between us, and I don't even remember what it was. So I'm glad I put that in the video. Let's continue.
So this music's from Jack and Daxter.
Yeah. JPEG.
Jacqueline and Dax Shepard.
Oh, you know what this is?
Is this? It sounds like Croc, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay, cool. Whatever.
Crack.
That's fucking SpongeBob. That song's great. All the music in that game's great. Oh my god, how many of them are there?
Yeah, too many. This is Scribble Knots.
Oh, interesting.
I actually have no idea. What the fuck it is? Okay, there it is. That's a cute game.
Oh, I've never played this.
I played it on the DS when I was a little baby. Don't know why it's in this fucking review. Hurry up!
Despite the fact that it's also damn awesome. What's interesting is that every level has its own original song.
That was like
no
3 minutes, by the way.
That was like
I
fucking,
don't.
yeah.
I just
Jesus
want this movie to
Christ.
fucking end. It sucks.
Of
It's
course,
fucking garbage.
This is done at the expense of the Deathroot theme. I miss the Deathroot theme. Of course, interesting is that despite the fact that it is out of
Yeah, I don't know what this meant.
Of course, despite the fact that it
That was pretty good.
Hold
I
on.
like that.
Go frame by frame.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, there it is. Look, fucking Tara
There's
Strong tits and
Tara
Ian's
Strong.
face. I like that. That's
Nice.
good. That's like the wholesome shit, but it's just I'm acting like a fucking dick in the middle of it. And it's just it's a shame because
Yep.
it's like these are just cute little fucking memories, and I just have to just relive me being a miserable piece of shit, just making fun of people. I hate it.
Of course, despite the fact that it is out of place, it's also damn awesome. What's interesting is that every level has its own original song. No two levels share the same song. Of course, this is done at the expense of the Deathroot theme. I miss the Deathroot themes from Crash 2. I love how excited and fast-paced they got. As for Crash 3, it sounded okay. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of the Deathroot theme in Crash 3. It just doesn't have that same kick that Crash 2's Deathroots had. But you know what? Crash 3's Deathroot was at least something, because Wrath doesn't have any theme for the Deathroots. It's just hearing the same music you hear throughout the rest of the level. Wrath of Cortex is about as inspired by Warped as Jak 2 is by Ratchet & Clank. From the obnoxious load times to the bland level design, this game is just horrendous. Nothing about this game stands out. Nothing about this game hits me. It is one of the worst experiences I have had with Crash Bandicoot, and I would advise you
nothing
to
about
avoid
it
all
abuses
This is
you
not even.
physically.
This is not even one of the worst experiences I've had with Crash Bandicoot. Like, fuck off, all right? Like, I've played fucking Twinsanity.
costs. I give Wrath of Cortex a 1 out of 7.
Oh no! Oh!
So, Wrath didn't turn out so great.
Big yikes.
I guess the next game can be kinda good, right guys? Right? Oh, the next game's being made on Game Boy? Join me in the next review when I tackle Crash on Game Boy.
Great. Edit with Sony Vegas. Thank you. Smash Bros for life.
Smash Bros for life.
I think that was Riley. I'm gonna assume that was him. What's at the end? It's like fucking XD meme. This guy dumb. LOL.
No,
Nothing. Just black screen. Okay, let's see.
Game Boy Advance. So, what do we think of that one? LOL.
To be honest, I'm just fucking exhausted. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, we'll do this. This one's a long one too. We'll do this one and
Oh wow, it is.
we'll do this one in Nitro Kart in another video. I just don't want to fucking do this one anymore. This is just fucking exhausting. I'm done for tonight.
Alright.
So, thanks for watching. Sorry to leave it on a bad note. If you want to see something more positive, check out my fucking dick. Also, check out my fucking Yurusei Yatsura videos. I quite enjoy those. Those are pretty good. Oh wait, hold on. We have something positive to do right now. This will
Yeah, check comments.
brighten us up. Yes, viewer questions, viewer comments. Let us do that. Yes, let's get to some questions. So, I have a few questions. Still, people are coming in with the questions. I encourage you all to leave questions in the comments. We will answer them, or we'll try our very best to. As of this recording, I have only 2 questions. Well, I have a few questions, but from 2 different people. Okay, so from Epic Gamer. In the 2-minute intros, you say you reviewed these games because they were close to you, but what exactly made you want to start reviewing them? Like, what made you think I'm gonna review the Crash series? I just sort of did. I don't know exactly how to describe it. I was like, I own most of the games, and I did. I have the ability to make videos, because I had made videos before the first Crash 1 review. Before that review, I had made videos before. So, like, I can do it. Like, I can make videos. But then it was just a question of, what is it? let me see. Yeah, what made you think I'm gonna review the Crash series? I had made a review before, actually. I made one much earlier that was just a very old one when I was like 14 or 15 or something like that. And I made a review of Crash 1. And that one is long gone. Like, I don't even think the people that were watching the STIMPYLAND like videos, like, they knew about that. It was on the STIMPYLAND channel, but it was before this review series. And I believe I mentioned it in one of the videos. I actually think I mentioned it in the intro. Let me see. Not counting that really old Crash 1 review, not the one part of the review series. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. See? So there it is. So that was the one I was talking about. So I had done it before, but, I only did Crash 1, and I didn't think I was good at it. But I realized that, I would like to make videos, because I did want to. I have the ability to do it, so I said, fuck it, why not? And I just started writing shit down, and then I made the videos, and that was that. Yeah. So I guess that's the best answer I could give. Anyway, from next question. Oh, and thank you for the question, Epic Gamer. I like your name. Anyway, from...
It is really good.
I'm probably getting this name wrong. SebBroMLG. I hope I'm spelling that right. I have a few questions. Right. How old are you? 22 and balding. Thoughts on CTR Nitro Fueled? I'll answer that in a second. And favorite game of all time? Spyro 1 is mine too, but maybe your opinion has changed. I'm a longtime fan. By the way, I'm sure someone has said you sound like Ben Shapiro. Lol. Yes, I do sound like Ben. I sounded like Ben Shapiro. I still kind of do, if I speak fast enough. Which is unfortunate. I can do a Ben Shapiro impression. You want to hear it? Well, you've heard it, but, this is a little rhetorical question. Well, Liam, you want me to broadcast it? Should we keep this our dirty little secret, or should we share it with the world? Let's share it with the world.
Maybe we'll save it.
No,
we should save it.
Fuck you. I'm going to do it right now. It's,
Okay.
That is not real music. And the Crash Bandicoot games are bad. They're bad games, okay? People shouldn't play them, or else it'll give them, libtard disease.
So there it is. That was my Ben Shapiro impression. Hope you guys like that. Anyway.
Fantastic.
Let me see. So, how old are you? 22 and balding. I answered that. Favorite game of all time? Spyro 1 is my... Okay, my favorite game of all time, I don't know, because I don't really have one favorite game. It's like, it tends to change. But there have been a few consistent, like, front runners. It's always been Ratchet and Clank 1 on PS2. Really like that game a lot. What else was it? Fucking Half-Life 1. Love that fucking game. And CTR on PS1. Now, thoughts on CTR Nitro Fueled. To talk about Nitro Fueled, we first have to talk about Insane Trilogy. And if you watch my, I did a series of commentary videos. I did them with Pat Strikes Back, and then I had a few other guests for the other games. And we talked about the Insane Trilogy. I go more in detail there, but my opinion on the games has shifted a bit. And of course, in that time, there was a patch, that fixed a lot of the, like, load times and other things that game had, because we recorded that, like, pre-patch. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so fucking... what was I... Fuck, I always do this. See, I'm always forgetting what I'm talking about.
Thoughts on
Nitro Fueled, yes. So, Insane Trilogy, it has, it's like, it started to, degrade in my mind. Like, I'm not remembering it quite as fondly as, well, I'm not, what is remembering is fun? No, what am I trying to say? I'm just trying to say I don't enjoy the game as much as I did when I first played it. I think when I first played it, I was still kind of with the hype of the fact that, like, holy shit, this character's actually back, like, after this time. I'm impressed.
Yeah, after such a long time.
Yeah, but now playing it, it's like, I like Insane Trilogy, I want to say that, and I don't think it's a bad game, but it's kind of like, it's whack. It's whack. Because, problem is, I don't really like the visual style of those games. I feel like they go for a sort of pseudo-realistic style, if that makes sense. Like, they're adding details like, Crash has realistic fur, and, the penguins, have, like, realistic feathers and shit, and, like, they changed a lot of stuff like that. They tried, I think the idea of, increasing the resolution of everything was to make everything look more realistic, but I really don't like that direction. I prefer what Spyro did, Crash Bandicoot has realistic-looking, or what is supposed to look like realistic-looking fur in his remake, but Spyro doesn't have realistic-looking scales, There wasn't any cringy marketing where they said, this game has been scaled up to 4K, Yeah. And, Insane Trilogy, on the other hand, it's like the whole 4K marketing was cringy and dumb, and it's just like, the game honestly just kind of looks I'm gonna be honest, it kind of looks bad. Like, it looks like a PS3 game, or at least that's like playing it now. I feel like it really, just because I've played Reignited, which I think looks so much better. I realized like, oh, this is what a remake could have done for Crash, and it didn't. And that's kind of changed my perspective on that game. Now, as far as CTR was concerned, and by the time that the CTR trailer was unveiled at the Game Awards, this mentality, this change of my opinion on Insane Trilogy had already taken place. So when I watched the trailer live, because our good friend Paul told us that it would be a good idea to watch the fucking shitty Game Awards and, just to see the trailer. So we did that, and it was fucking awful. I'll never do that again. It was just the worst fucking shit. It was just a bunch of fucking trannies getting up talking about how fucking gaming is great and wonderful, and it's just, like, I hated it. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. I hated it so much. I would never watch that garbage again. I hated it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Game Awards shit is usually
It's just
pretty
like,
fucking...
hey, here, we're the fags for Stalin. Here are the awards for best game to touch pee-pee. It's like, it was just the fucking worst. I hated it so much. But anyway, I watched the fucking shitty-ass Game Awards, and I saw the trailer, and I stopped watching after that, and honestly, I was really disappointed, because the game just, it looks like Insane Trilogy. They just took all the assets, they took the models, they just lifted everything from Insane Trilogy, and they plopped it, with CTR. Now, it was CTR with the Insane Trilogy assets, and I was just kind of upset, because I was like, Insane Trilogy looked bad, but, like, hopefully if they make another game, it'll look better, and it didn't. It looked like shit. So initially I was not interested in Nitro Fueled, and I was like just upset, and I was just like, this game is probably going to be like shit, and that was it. But then they announced the Nitro Kart content, and that got me interested, because I did not see that coming at all. I never thought that we'd get to see Nitro Kart again. And you may remember from the Nitro Kart review that I said, it's got a lot of, I don't know if I said this specifically, but I think Nitro Kart has a lot of potential, but the controls are just kind of really sluggish and awkward. It doesn't feel nearly as good as CTR on PS1 did. But now Nitro Fueled could hopefully, restore the Nitro Kart content. They can make it those tracks fun, because those are fucking, some of those tracks are great. I love the Nitro Kart tracks, but it's just like they just control kind of like shitty.
Also, I had that really weird fucking team.
It had the stupid team building mechanic, and then it also had like the bad like anti-gravity segments, which were just like annoying to drive around, and those have been removed from Nitro Fueled, which is good. But so that got me interested in the game. I don't know if I'll be getting it day one, but I will play it eventually, and I probably will enjoy it. And I don't think the game is going to be as good as CTR on PS1. I don't think that game could be topped, just because I love that game so much. It's a personal game to me, just because I like it so much. But like, I think that if it's good, if it's better than Nitro Kart, which it most likely will be, it already looks better. I don't watch gameplay when I watch trailers and stuff. Like, I don't watch gameplay. I just like to play the game myself. But from what I know, a lot of the mechanics that were missing in Nitro Kart have returned in Nitro Fueled, so that's good. And, it got me pretty interested. And just the sheer volume of content has me invested. And while I still think the game looks pretty bad, like, it looks really ugly, and nothing on you if you like the way it looks, but I just think it looks really ugly. So, that was disappointing. But the sheer volume of content and the fact that I might be able to play, like, a better version of Nitro Kart has me excited. So, yeah. That's my thoughts on Nitro Fueled. So if anyone else asks, just link them to this part of the video. Anyway, that's it. Hopefully that was a bit of a, hopefully that lightened the mood a little bit. But I'm done now. Well, we'll do more of these. Yes. But next time we're going to do Crash on GBA and maybe Nitro Kart, if I don't just push that to the next video. So yeah.
Cool.
Bye, bitches.
Because some of these reviews are starting to get long.
Yeah, they're getting long. The Wrath one's gonna be the second Wrath one's gonna be a fucking nightmare. I'm not looking forward to that one. Like anyway, thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching, everybody.